And we've seen these walkouts at schools across central Indiana over the last week. Some students are even facing suspensions because of it. And it's raised the question, what First Amendment rights do students have to protest? Jenna Webster looked into the answer.
Silence is not an option, students say.
And I think that our voices are stronger as one, and when we come together, then we make a very large impact.
All week, high school students across Indiana are walking out of class. It's part of a national wave of protests tied to immigration enforcement and ICE activity. Plainfield is mourning ahead of a Friday walkout. Students will face a 3-day suspension. Southport students tell 13 News more than 100 students are facing suspensions.
As long as we have that First Amendment right, we're going to keep doing whatever we can to show that.
But what are students' First Amendment rights?
In Tinker versus Des Moines, which was an important 1969 Supreme Court case, reaffirmed the rights that students have.
The Supreme Court case famously says students do not shed their constitutional rights to freedom of speech or expression at the schoolhouse gate. But a walkout isn't fully covered by that.
So symbolic speech is constitutionally upheld for students in high schools, right? Walking out of a protest, leaving school grounds, disrupting learning, right? That would be a violation of the school policies. And that's where those First Amendments for students in these circumstances would end.
Laura Wilson teaches a constitutional law class at UND. She says it's because schools are legally responsible for students during school hours.
If you're breaking a rule that exists, like not leaving campus, not leaving class, not being absent, the First Amendment is not going to give you a right to be absent.
It means schools can take disciplinary action if students miss school without an excused absence.
They can't say, if you are absent because of this political message, we're going to punish that more harshly. That violates core First Amendment neutrality principles.
The punishment has to be the same as any other unexcused absence, regardless of what the students are protesting about. Jenna Webster, 13 News.
And Steve Sanders, the IU law professor, says courts could look at a walkout protest differently if it happens during lunch because students would not be missing class.